Well, hello, Morenci. So, my name is Mr. Hilbert, and today we're going to be looking at a project that isn't my favorite, but I figure a number of you might be interested in doing. So, let's go ahead and look into this. So, today we're going to be looking at horseshoe crosses. And I should mention, I'm not a big fan of using horseshoes in my steel art. It's just not my style. And then, quite honestly, I'm not a real big fan of doing crosses with horseshoe. Again, it's just not my style, and I don't really have a whole lot of use for crosses in my decor. So, all that being said, a number of you will want to do this type of thing. So, let's go ahead and take a look at what I think are the most interesting ways of using horseshoes in a cross. So, right off the top of the bat, I've got this one that I'm looking at right now that would require a fair amount of blacksmithing, really. And I gotta say, if I'm drawing it, it's probably going to involve a lot of blacksmithing because I think that's the most interesting part of this type of project is being able to take the different pieces of metal that are the horseshoes and turning them into something a bit unique. So what I've got here is this sort of interesting idea. I'm really trying to draw this so it's makes sense. Let's and I've screwed that up. Oh well, we can make this work. All right. So this one's going to be very difficult for me to draw simply because it's a bit of a twister, really. So for instance, this bit here goes over. And then we're going to come down with another one of these. Coming under. And I guess these are really actually, no, they're not touching. So this comes through this way, this goes under, and comes out there, and this comes out here to this, and then it comes over this way, and I want to say this goes over. So first recommendation here would be to, if you're not quite comfortable with your drawing skills yet, wait until later in the video. Uh, because this one is difficult to draw. At any rate, I like it because it's got this, ooh, I didn't do that right. This should, I think, be over here. Anyway, this is stupid. What we're looking at is a bunch of fish symbols here, with the tails coming into the center of the crosshead. So, this comes over this way, and this comes over this way. It goes under. So we have these two pieces. They form a fish-looking symbol here, and then they are welded, no doubt, right about here to another fish symbol. So this has got all sorts of symbology going on in it, and it will look pretty dang cool. I actually like this for the actual shape it creates at the head of it. Not a big fan of turning it into a cross because I think the cross part of it, which comes down here, makes is a bit of an afterthought, I guess. But it does work as a cross decently enough. Alright, this is coming out to be a much better drawing. So let's go ahead and finish this off. Like I said, if this is not working for you, that's okay. It doesn't really want to work for me either. There we go. There we go. And that goes over here. So, this section here, so I'm going to call the crosshead, and then to finish it off, to make it into an actual cross instead of just a four-pointed structure, they've got another one of these fish-looking structures down here, sort of tacked on for the heck of it. There's a weld right there. And so I think this bit up here looks quite interesting. This bit down here sort of looks like an afterthought to me. All right. You can do something similar here, only reverse the idea. So instead of having the tails fit to the center of everything, you could do the heads facing the center of everything. So I'm just going to skip the thicknesses on this because it's really not that different from the idea. And again, all right, so we do this, and then they have another fish structure in here. So again, we have this head of the cross, or this top part of the cross. All of the fish structures, their heads. Let's put a little eye here, just for the fun of it. And that one right here. Oh, look, they're kissing. The head structures of the fishes are pointing towards the center, and the tails are pointing to the outside. And then we have another eye or fish structure coming up here, sort of into this guy's tail, which probably isn't all that comfortable for this guy. Maybe give him a little bit of a frowny face there. And so we have this cross structure that has a bunch of fish pointing towards the inside of the cross right there, as opposed to this one, which is a bunch of fish pointing to the outside of the cross right here. I like this one better than that one, but both are interesting. All right, and then we have one last one, which is, I think is just really cool, and the intricacy of it, and the fact that it uses horseshoes, but they're broken up enough that they don't scream cowboy decor. They show a little bit of class, a little bit of elegance that you really do like to see, or a higher level of cowboy decor if you're still into that. So let's see if I can maybe draw this up a little bit better than the others. Okay, so and of course we could go and find out how much a a horseshoe costs. That way we can figure out how much it would take to build one of these. I think we'll leave that off to the side for now. All right. So basically in this one, what they've done is they've gone ahead and cut the horseshoes down to create the sort of half legs of the horseshoes. And then they've used the sort of arch of the horseshoe they've brought the arches to the inside. So we've got that, and then we come over here and do it again, right here, and come in like this. Now what I like about this idea isn't so much the horseshoe, but what they do next. So the next thing they do is they've got these little horseshoe nails, which are fairly pointed structures. And they've got those going through the horseshoes, or sort of tack welded underneath them, and coming out the sides like this. And this one sort of points in like that. And then for a little bit of additional flair, they've got a bunch of these on all of these external parts stacked here like this to create this additional flair. So here we have horseshoe nails. And here we have horseshoe halves. Spelling maybe? Alright, so yeah, we've got our horseshoe bits, and they come in here like this, just because they do. And like I said, we've got these horseshoe nails coming in. I like this idea. This is a cool cross. If you're going to do a cross, again, it's not my style, but if you're going to do one for decor, this is the way to go, in my opinion. It's a little bit higher class, especially if you put some brass or something on these horseshoe nails. That would just make the whole thing stand out. It requires a little bit more attention to detail to get everything polished and cleaned up. And the end result is more than what most people will do, which is, you know, just sort of lay the horseshoes out in a standard pattern and sort of weld things together without modifying them at all. Doesn't take a whole lot of effort to lay a bunch of horseshoes out into a roughly cross-shaped object, weld everything together, and call it good. This requires a little bit of extra thought. This shape up here also requires a little bit of additional thought. These I like. This one is pretty good, but I think the idea of putting the tails to the inside required a little bit more thought, a little bit more effort on the creative side of things than this idea did. This sort of fits together. This one doesn't quite fit together, so it needs a little bit of tweaking. This had to be created from scratch. This is a really cool idea. I think in this one, yeah, they've got another little repeat of this motif up here. Not quite a full thing, but they've got the horseshoe nails coming out again through here. And in some of the ones I've seen, the horseshoe nails stick out, and in some of them they don't. It sort of depends on your preference. Again, I would go for colored horseshoe nails as opposed to just steel horseshoe nails. So here we have three or so different ideas. I would make this thing and leave off this if it was me. I would also consider making this one as a gift to some of my more religious friends who would appreciate this type of thing. And if you really want to go with the fishes, this is probably the more accessible and easy to see version of the cross I've seen. So a couple different ideas. Again, not necessarily my favorite idea, but you might want to do something like this. Just know that you're going to need a lot of horseshoes to do more than one of these. So become friends with a farrier. All right, this has been Mr. Hilpert. I do hope you have a great day. Go ahead and like and subscribe over here and watch more videos over in this area. Have a great day.